Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, me and my squeaky chair are back. Me and my ponytail are back. Let's talk. So I haven't decided exactly how to word or title this video, but the consensus of what I'm gonna talk to you about and kind of stroll through conversation-wise is my makeup collection and the fact that I think everyone can go through a natural phase of wanting and kind of building up a collection that they don't necessarily need, or you find out over the course of a couple months to a year or however long it takes you to get there that you have a lot of stuff that you're not using and to be more beneficial in someone else's hands. Or maybe it's kind of like cleaning out the fridge. You wanted to eat healthy, but you found that head of lettuce in the bag and now it's too late. Nobody wins. And getting rid of those things. So as it started off, I had on my vanity, like behind the mirror, several excessive amounts of makeup brushes, which is a weakness for me. I had 2 drawer tiers and then a bunch of palettes stacked on top. In my closet, I have 4 drawers. When I say drawers, I'm not talking about anything excessive, okay? I just want to clear that up. Not even the size of like a bathroom drawer, but like a clear plastic vanity drawer. Hold on. Like this. That's not crazy, right? So I have 4 drawers like that in my closet. And a lot of the stuff that went into my closet, I will be honest and say, was things that I was not necessarily fond of or looking to use every day, not my daily use stuff. And I'm the kind of person, like, if I don't have it out in front of me, I may not necessarily use it. So some of it started to sit. I have a bag that hangs on the wall right here. One of those travel bags that has like 3 pouches that unfolds, that this thing can fit like an ungodly amount of stuff in it, which is pretty primo. But I have it here hanging because at one point I had convenient things in each pouch. Now it's converted itself into things that are unopened. Like I have another mascara backup in here. There's like some face mask in here, stuff that I haven't used yet. These are all samples or things that I have kind of written off. And when I say written off, I mean specifically I see this like Hoola Benefit lip gloss in here. That's what I'm talking about. Otherwise, there's a ton of samples in here, and this is so much thinner, and I'll explain why. And then what's up here, there's one poof that I actually used yesterday, but I used a lot, like all the velour puffs that are untouched, I put right here. And then these are like some acne treatment things that I need to have close by. On top of that, something else I noticed was in my closet, I have like organized totes on the top shelf, all cute like, but then, you know, when you look in a tote, it's different story. I have a tote full of boxes that I've collapsed down of things that I got that I kept the box. Why? I just, in addition to all of that, I think this is the last layer of what I'm going to say, is underneath my sink. So underneath here I have more totes and pullouts and stuff, and a lot of it was like, if I'm not going to use it right this second, or you know what, I'm going to tuck it right here for now, it would go underneath the sink. And it got to the point where it was like this tower of stuff that is strategically placed upon each other piece by piece that you should not pull out like Jenga blocks, because it's a situation in itself. And so for me, whenever we're spring cleaning or just, you know, trying to do random things around the house, like we got to the point where we needed to replace some of the plumbing pipes underneath the sink, and that's kind of what started a lot of this. Was as I pulled things out, I was questioning myself as to, why am I keeping this? At one point I would, like when I would go to Sephora or something, those bags, I would just collapse them down and like stick them in a certain place underneath the sink, as if I ever fucking needed them, like for a lunchbox or something. I don't know how our brains are programmed, but they're wired pretty goddamn backwards in my opinion. I apologize, God. I can feel myself going hoarse just because I'm about to go tangent city and get in the car. First of all, let me back up just a little bit. I love to organize things, and when I mean organize, like if I'm going to do the dishes, I'm going to take everything that's dirty out of the sink and sort it by like flat plates, silverware, you know what I mean, categories like that. So I'm the same way with my makeup. Like I'll go through and put all my concealers together just to kind of look at them, compare. Like I'll swatch a lot of things and really kind of like dupe out things with each other, or you know, rank things as to what I'm going to use more so as to what I'm not going to use at all. And that's when I did my concealer declutter video, which I was very proud of myself. But then I had the afterthought of like, declutter my collection. Now I've got 2 containers, a container of shit I want to keep and a container of shit I don't want to keep anymore. What do you do with this? What now? Some of it was to the point where it was like, you know, this didn't work for me within the first 3-4 initial applications, and it's still a lot of product. You don't want to necessarily throw it away. You don't want to remind yourself of how much money you spent just to chunk it in the trash. But ultimately, that money's gone. The money has been spent. Let it go. So that's where I was really getting stuck with everything. It was kind of like, okay, well, what am I going to do with this? And I already had it kind of pinned up in my head of like, well, I'm not going to do OfferUp. I'm not going to do that 5 mile and like meet people locally and like, no, for a tube. No, hell no. First of all, those things can be very like iffy. Second of all, I've seen so much fake stuff on some of those local like OfferUp apps that it's like uncanny. So I decided to kind of brainstorm, and I remember about a year ago I kept seeing ads on YouTube for Mercari, and so I decided to download Mercari and just kind of look at it and play with it. And I ended up listing like 1 to 2 items and got some really kind of instant results. First thing I started off with was my, don't kill me, my MAC Cosmetics Whisper of Guilt highlighter. It's too gold for my skin. It's never gonna work for me. It was literally a collector's item for me, and I was at that point of like, okay, what? I got it in the holiday collection, and the bag it came in, as well as the Cutie Pootie brush, I'm getting hoarse. Both of those items were underneath the sink, still in like the original plastic box. And I just kept thinking to myself like, I have swatched this and tried it on my face once, and that's it. I still have all the original packaging, everything. So I listed that first. It immediately like sold within a few days, and right then and there I saw the process of how I got paid. This is not a sponsored video. I have many layers to how I decluttered. This is just one. So this is just my home screen right here on Mercari, but it's super easy to list stuff for sale. You can literally just take a picture of something, write up some stuff about it, put the quality of it, and then the best thing about it is that you can decide if you're going to pay for shipping or if the buyer is. And Mercari will do a prepaid label for you. So if I say that this is like less than 1 pound, then the buyer can choose, or I can choose, post office or FedEx. 1 to 3 pounds, it's a different rate, so the buyer knows how much they're paying for shipping. Me, I just print out a label, slap it on a box, and take it to FedEx. That's so convenient for me. The biggest thing that I always stress about, like when you talk about eBay or selling stuff online, is getting a quote, going in line to the post office, paying a certain amount when you know you charge somebody a different amount, and losing a lot of money in shipping. That is so stressful. So the fact that they kind of took that out of it was really nice and convenient for me. And there are things that I came across in listing stuff on Mercari. So I went through a pretty heavy spring cleaning in the living room, like really dusting, like pulling out every single drawer, cleaning everything, flipping couches over, like you name it, I did it. I cleaned out my couch. I found so many random things, and I made so much money that day. It was a good day. I filled up so many trash bags with dog hair. It is disgusting, but it's a very nice, clean, and habitable place now. It's good. Anyway, where the fuck was I going with that thought? There were random things, like different like knickknacks around the house that I just didn't care about anymore. So I would take pictures of it and list it, and I sold like little like candle votive holders. I also broke my coffee table while I was cleaning, but that's besides the point. But it was nice to be able to get like a random set of espresso cups that I had in the kitchen cabinets out of the house. And some I paid for shipping, and You know, I went to Walmart and I got like a big pack of, I call it dunnage, but like wrapping paper for like 10 bucks, 400 sheets. I haven't even gone like a third of the way through it. And I've been able to wrap stuff and haven't broken anything yet. Yay me. Check this out. I've already made $350 using Mercari. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm very transparent when I list stuff on there. I'm like, you know what, I finger swatched this. I bought this at TJ Maxx for 20 bucks. So I listed it for 17, 18 bucks. You know what I mean? Or something like along those lines. And people can barter and talk you down. It's whatever. I will link my Mercari store down below if you want to see some of the stuff that I've been getting out of my house. There's also some random shoes that my mom doesn't want to wear anymore that I took pictures and put online. That's besides the point. I was asking some people that I follow on YouTube, like, you know, what are their afterthoughts when they declutter? Like, what's your next steps? And some of them like to donate, and I asked a few, and they're in different states. I asked them, like, who do they donate to? So they would tell me some of the organizations they donate to, and I would go look up a little bit about it, and it kind of gave me an idea of what to search for in my own city. So here in Texas, actually here in Houston, there's a place called helpglamgirls.org. I'll put that down below as well, but it actually has a list. It has, you know, a whole itinerary about what they do. Nonprofit organization, you know, that helps women from domestic violence situations, getting back into the workforce. They collect a broad spectrum of all kind of different things, so from cosmetic to toiletry items, and it goes by each category of like what to donate, like shampoo and conditioner, shower gels, hygienic products, makeup. And so my biggest thing was a couple of these categories, because I will say I like to dabble with like Influencer, and they'll send you free products to test, and then sometimes they'll just send you extra stuff because you're fucking special. And so I have things that I haven't even opened yet, like a in-shower moisturizer, or like different shampoo and conditioners like that I've gotten. And I even have like travels, because we all know we take the stuff in a hotel room even if we don't use it. So there's a lot of stuff like that that I knew that they would benefit from. I even had like a case of like individual Caress bars of soap that my mom picked up at Sam's, and we really don't like the way it feels. Or I'm not personally a fan of it. The guys, they couldn't care less what soap they use. So like I have a bunch of unused bars of soap. Not a bunch, I'm not a hoarder, but like I have like 6 bars of soap that I don't want to get rid of. So it's like, here's what I can do. And the thing that made me divide between what I would donate and what I would like sell on Mercari was looking through the makeup and makeup bags section, because it specifically says that. There's concealer, foundation, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, bronzer, blush, lipstick, liners, nail polish, makeup applicators, mirrors, and makeup bags. So if it's one thing that I definitely have an excessive amount of, it's like little pouches, makeup bags, things that came as like gift with purchases. I mean, like underneath my sink, I had a bag with like bags in it. And I just kept thinking like, Allison, what are you doing to yourself? So it was nice to be able to have a literal space for those things to go. So that was a nice relief for me. Aside from that, dental, I use all my own toothpaste and stuff, but it's nice to be able to, if you see things for sale, like whenever I'm running through like the dollar store or wherever it may be, and you see like a pack of 5 toothbrushes on clearance or whatever it may be, you can grab them and just throw it into your donate bin. Why not? Put it into your declutter bin and decide what to do with it later, because you know you picked it up for a reason. But that's the organization that's local for me, that I've been communicating with on like the age of the products that I have, or the amount of use that the products that I have, you know, are they able to be donatable? Can I donate these? You know, all that kind of good stuff. I've been really like reaching out to them. And then the things that are more, I just bought this, like my Whisper a Guilt highlighter. It's brand new. I bought it for I bought it for maybe 40 bucks probably. It was one of those, like it's hard for me to just say, okay, bye. So that's where Mercari has come in and been like a very nice step for me. So lastly, another reason that I needed to do like a declutter and a organizational overhaul, I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything underneath my sink. And like when I say nothing underneath my sink, I mean like the tote is back to what should be in it, which is random stuff I don't know, but I can see each item that's in it. Like there's starch for ironing boards underneath my sink, and I should be able to see that instead of like 4 bottles of Fix Plus in front of it.
Okay, so there's that.
Something else that did happen, the reason why I needed to really declutter, is being split between spending a lot of time with my mom, about 5 hours away, and not being home as much while helping her through recovery. I had a lot of my stuff over there. I had like BoxyCharm going over there. That's another thing. BoxyCharm can like add to your collection, like, anywho. And then I still had stuff here, so it was like when I finally brought everything home that I had, and I say everything like I had like a mountain to move, but I didn't. It was like I had decluttered, I had some holes where I could put stuff back in, but what I brought back, it was like, it wasn't good enough, it wasn't enough. I blame impulse, I don't care. And so what I ended up doing was, you know, continuing to declutter. I went from like those two, the drawer I showed you, from a 2-piece of those, I built it to 4. So I know you're probably like, what? But just hear me out. So instead of having the 2 drawers where I have small loose things like individual glitters or eyeshadows, little Teton whatever things, and then palettes like all trying to go in this small compact space, it was like you weren't able to get to things on the bottom layer. And so I spread it out, and I have a lot of space in almost all of the drawers, but it's more specifically organized, where I have literally rectangular palettes organized in one drawer. I have one drawer of just loose items that I can kind of lay down next to each other and group. I can see everything. Everything is much more manageable, and I have a lot of space on top. In addition to that, same thing with my brushes. I've been cleaning them and kind of divide and conquer. I've gotten a lot of sets in BoxyCharms, like I've said before, random little things I've come across, like gift with purchases that I don't mind selling or donating. And same thing with some of the brushes that I do have that I bought at one point and I'm just not a fan of anymore, or older brushes that have kind of lived their life. And it's hard to donate something that you know that you've used a lot, especially like a makeup brush, whereas you can list online and say, well loved MAC 217, it's been washed, shit will last forever if you take care of it. You know, and if you kind of put those like precedents on it, people can buy it if they want, or you know, they can not buy it at all. But it makes me feel better about not donating something like that, whereas it's easier to donate something where I know I haven't used it, I'm not going to use it. I don't feel so bad I don't want to donate something that I've stuck my fingers in or I've sneezed on. I'm just kidding. But you see where I'm going with that, so I'm going to stop. Ultimately, it's kind of shined a light on being able to be confident about decluttering. So that is my story of how I've been decluttering my makeup, why I've been decluttering my makeup, and toiletries, hair care, all that kind of magic, and random stuff in my living room and kitchen. It's been really nice to go through things and just kind of look and say, do I need this? How much longer am I going to sit on this? Where does it need to go? So it's, you know, let me take example A. Have I excessively used it? I've used like 60% of it. Okay. What's its expiration date? It's rolling up on us quick. Is it to the point where you would sell it because we don't want to donate that? No. It goes in el basura. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. I hope you enjoy this little chatty moment. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I upload videos very inconsistently, but I do love to communicate with you guys at home, you know, on the other side of your screen. I need to stop talking like this. My battery's about to die. I don't know why. I think I'm challenging myself to see if I can continue talking long enough to see the camera like shut off. Bye, you guys. See you next time.